Hello, my name is Dave Reese, and I live in San Antonio, Texas. I've been here for about 7 years. I'm originally from Philadelphia, but I've lived many places throughout my life. I am married to my wife, Dawn. We met when we were training to be missionaries in Central Europe. We both taught in high schools in Budapest and Prague, and now we've been married for 16 years. We have 4 kids: Lucy, who's 13, Eli, who's 12, Joel, who's 8, and Henry is 6. And these kids are very active at their schools and at church, so they keep us quite busy. And I've been working with teenagers for over 20 years now, and I'm currently the director of youth and adult ministries at San Pedro Presbyterian. As I said, I've been working with youth for a long time, but I'm trying to transition into other avenues of ministry. My hope would be to be transitioned into something like a missions pastor, where I kind of oversee the missions and education side of a church. But our church is kind of currently in a state of major flux. Our senior pastor, who was there for 30 years, retired in October, and there's a lot of confusion and uncertainty that's kind of lingering under the surface there at our church. So we're all trying to act like we've got it all together, but we're all also not sure what's going to happen. And this is my final class for my MAGL, which is the Masters of Arts in Global Leadership. And honestly, I can't believe it's coming to an end. While I need a big brain break, I do hope to pick up some studies again in the future. I've been looking towards the Doctorate of Intercultural Studies here at Fuller, but I've also kind of been kicking around the idea of an MDiv. So we'll see what happens with that. So why am I taking this as my final course? It's a good question. Though I don't have the title pastor in my job, I do take on a number of pastoral roles, and it's always something that would be great to grow into. But I think the main reason I'm taking this course is our professor, Kristen Huffman. I met Kristen about 2.5 years ago. She gave a lecture at our church about what God is doing in the world, talked a lot about missions and how we can engage in missions both locally and globally. And then last March, she was our speaker at our all-church retreat, where she talked about how growing together and using the parables to talk about that. And she did an amazing job. And then since then, Chris and I have gotten together, especially since she's moved to San Antonio. We've been able to get together for a time of encouragement, and she's always been challenging and encouraging when I speak with her or hear her speak. And so I thought that this being my final class would be a great way to wrap up my current stint at Fuller. Before I sign off, a fun fact is, you see this beautiful beard that I've got here. Don't usually keep it this long or this gray, but I'm doing a special fundraiser for a pediatric cancer research company, and planning to not shave it until May, when we participate in a shaving fundraiser. And pediatric cancer research is kind of a topic that's been very near and dear to my heart over the past few years. And so you'll see my beard getting longer, especially when we're there together. But if you want to learn more about that, you can shoot me a message and I'll tell you more. Looking forward to our time in Houston and getting to know each other on a more personal level. I will see you soon.